Welcome back to Viral Ed for another educational video. As always, don't forget to like, comment below, share with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any more videos. There are some videos linked below, so check them out also. Today we are going to talk about atoms. In the video we'll discuss what an atom is, what makes up an atom, what the structure of an atom is, and how to calculate subatomic particles. So what is an atom? An atom is the basic building block of chemistry and makes up everything around us. They are the smallest particles of a chemical element, and all atoms are roughly the same size, which is very, very small. What makes up an atom? Well, atoms are made up of three even smaller particles: neutrons, protons, and electrons. Neutrons, which are uncharged, protons, which are positively charged. These two particles are found within the nucleus. Electrons are negatively charged, and these orbit around the nucleus in the electron shell. So what is the structure of an atom? As you can see in the diagram, the structure of an atom is always the same, and the only difference is the amount of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Within the atom, the number of protons is always equal to the number of neutrons. So if you look at carbon, it has 6 neutrons and therefore has 6 protons. Like discussed before, the center part of the atom is the nucleus, which contains the protons and neutrons. These are the green and blue dots on the diagram. The electrons, on the other hand, orbit around the nucleus in the electron shell, and they are the yellow dots. So if we look at subatomic calculations, as you can see, we have a picture of the carbon symbol. The number at the bottom represents the atomic weight of the particle. The letter in the middle is its element symbol, and the top left number is the atomic number. These numbers are very useful when trying to solve subatomic calculations. As we discussed before, the number of protons is always equal to the number of neutrons. Here are some equations if you are ever trying to calculate the mass, the number of neutrons, or the atomic number. If you look at the mass number, it equals the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. So if we look at the carbon symbol, the mass number will equal the number of protons, which is 6, and the number of neutrons, which is also 6. So carbon has a mass number of 12. If you're looking at the number of neutrons, you take the mass number minus the atomic number. So the mass number of carbon that we worked out before is 12, minus the atomic number, which is 6. So the number of neutrons that are in carbon is 6. If you look at the atomic number, it equals the number of protons, or the number of neutrons in an atom. And as we've talked about before, the number of protons in carbon is 6, which also means the number of neutrons in carbon is 6. Okay, let's quickly have a look at the review to make sure that we've covered everything. So what is an atom? It makes up everything around us, and they are the smallest particles of an element. What makes up an atom? We've got neutrons, which are uncharged, protons, which are positively charged, and electrons, which are negatively charged. What is the structure? The electrons orbit the nucleus in the electron shell, and the nucleus contains the neutrons and the protons. So that is all the information for today on atoms. We haven't had quite enough time to cover every aspect, so don't forget to do some research to further help your learning. I'd like to thank you for watching, and again remind you to like the video, share it with your friends, comment below, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you next time.